Jordan, Coach has been saying you've had a good spring and you've progressed even last season. How are you different than you were maybe a year or two ago?
I think it's more so my maturity level. I think the game's slowed down for me more. I understand it more. I got more of a knowledge of the game. Coaches took time out, make sure, that this season coming up and also this spring they really focused on me learning the game, learning the ins and outs of my position, just different stuff like that.
You got thrown into the mix quickly as a true freshman. Was that difficult at that point?
Yes, sir. It was difficult. The hard part was mainly adjusting. Because I had the physical part of it. It was more of the mental part, learning the game. The game was kind of fast, so it's just more learning the playbook, stuff like that.
Do you think it was towards the end of last year, last 6-7 games when things really started clicking for you?
Yeah, yes, sir. I really say, towards that part of the season, it really started to click, became easy. It was more so I could play. I felt natural. That was always good.
You said mentally more than physically. From the outside, you think, okay, lineman, defeat the guy in front of you. We don't think of the mental side for a defensive lineman. What is the mental part that you had to adjust to?
Well, a lot of things, like I said, the playbook part of it, learning where I got to go, or in different gaps and stuff like that. Because, every play, you're not going straight, It's just learning stuff as far as what technique I have, what the type of footwork, what that requires on that play. Just a lot of ins and outs of it.
How did you find out that Akeem was leaving and that had to, I don't want to say make your day, but it opened up a spot for you to get a lot more playing time?
I don't really say opened up a spot to give me a lot more playing time. It's just we found out in the meeting, and nothing against him, wish him the best. It wasn't really the spot, really the way for it to go, but he made the best decision for him, for him and his family. So
Your role, certainly becomes more expanded and more important probably now without him around.
In a way, yes, sir. Obviously me and Keem split different times, playing time, because we two different types of playing styles. But I guess you could say that.
You were listed as the guy who was the strongest on the team. Are you still? Do you take pride in that?
Yes, I take pride in that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. That's one of those things where you one of those guys, and we got a lot of strong players on the team as well. So it's kind of like competition. Those guys keep me going, they keep me pushing. I keep those guys pushing, and at the same time, we all getting better. So it's a plus all over.
Jordan, a lot of times guys will redshirt in their initial season and then play on. You kind of went backwards in that you played. I guess you didn't redshirt, but that 2020 season doesn't count, but kind of a redshirt season. How beneficial was that for you, kind of going toward the finish line last year where you said you did, kind of surge toward the end?
I think, like you said, a lot of times guys redshirt early and they have that year for development. So I was kind of thrown in the fire, but I think that 2020 season really gave me a lot more time to develop and actually, get a better feel for the game and stuff like that. So I think it contributed to how I performed this past season.
How much confidence are you playing right now?
I'm playing a lot of confidence. It's going my 4th year in the defense. I'm comfortable with it. I know what to do, stuff like that. I got a lot of film, a lot of playing time under my belt, a lot of snaps, so I'm confident.
Jordan, back to your strength part. Were you always naturally strong? Were you a strong kid growing up, or did you have to develop that? I know you went through a weightlifting program or team in high school, so.
I know I was naturally strong. Yes, sir. Yeah, my dad said I've been stronger since I came out the womb. So.
Your mom may not have appreciated that as much coming out that way.
Not.